Hey guys, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at a Toyota Hiace pop-top camping car. And this one here has the most unique interior that I've seen out of any of these van-based camping cars. And I'll show you that in a second, and if you just can't wait to see the interior, then hopefully someone super nice in the comments is going to show you where the interior is. But this is a purchase walk-around. This vehicle was bought from auction, and we're going to be exporting this one to Canada. So let's go over the auction sheet here first, and something very important here. This one here says it's a 2001, but then if you check the chassis code, it is actually not a 2001. And so this vehicle is actually, I believe, a 1996 vehicle. So what happened here is most likely the vehicle was it was used as a demo vehicle and then not actually registered until 2001. That's not very common. This is the only vehicle that I've seen that does that. And because the seller didn't mention anything about that, we're going to be able to make a claim to the auction house and get some sort of a cash money refund. So that's thumbs up. Because the vehicle here, we could also send it back to the auction and say, no thank you, we don't want your scam vehicle. Even though it's not really a scam vehicle, it's just the seller being an idiot. And he's also an idiot too, because there's a shower inside. And I've never seen a shower inside one of these van versions. And so it's really weird that he didn't write that on there. But it is a really cool shower. I'm going to show you in a second. But we could also return it if we wanted, but because the vehicle is in really good condition for the price that we paid, I'm going to recommend that we don't. In fact, if the customer wants to, I'm going to want to purchase this one because I think somebody would be interested in buying it. So it says 2001 Hiace camping car. It's a 2.8 liter diesel engine. That is the same engine that is in, not the same as in that one, but it is the same engine as, run over here, the unkillable Toyota pickup trucks. So, very cool. You do get a lot of these that are in four-wheel drive, but this one is a rear-wheel drive. That keeps the price down a bit and gives you better fuel economy. And so that is a plus. 100,734 kilometers is rather low for these vehicles. It had current registration on it when we bought it, but we took the plates off. It has bed, burner, and sink, according to the seller, but there's more than that. Oh, weird. Oh, the seller says four-wheel drive. There's another problem. Oh, it is four-wheel drive. Oh, weird. Okay, so almost all of the Hiaces have lockable manual lockers on here, a la this one. Look, this is kind of a weird video, but this is what they look like. Manual lockers, four-wheel drive. Hey, look, a Hiace van. Manual lockers with the four-wheel drive. Oh, there's a Toyota pickup truck over there. I bet you it has manual lockers and four-wheel drive, like all of them. I have never seen one that has automatic locking hubs. That is mind-blowing. But this van is a really weird one, and so I suppose that there's a little bit of room for things that I don't know. And pardon me for getting a little bit off track. Let's go over the rest of it. Okay, so here's the report from the auction house. It says interior has some scratches and some wear, underside surface rust, but it's quite clean. Let me show you the surface rust. Boop. See some in there? But everything is stiff and not corroded. It's just on the surface. The roof has not shiny bits, very scratches and dents. And this one here, I don't understand what they're saying. It looks like late model two-tone with question marks, so I don't understand what they're talking about. There are 7 seats, and so that means seat belts for 7 people if you want to go somewhere with 7. And although it has 2 beds, that would be a lot of people to be sleeping all in this one, and so probably you'd want to bring a tent with you as well. Okay, looking at the body here, we're generally pretty good, but we have a big dent on the back and a big dent on the front. So the big dent on the front is right here. Can probably fix that without paint, as I mentioned in the other video that comes with this report, along with the over 100 pictures, I think, for this one. Now, the roof isn't in the top position that it should be. There isn't a way to lock it. It's supposed to stand up with air struts, and the air struts are saggy. And so I stuck a stick in there to hold it up. So those air struts are going to need to be replaced. This is a 119 chassis, which is the second longest of the vans. And it's a low roof. But with a pop-up roof, It doesn't matter if it's a low roof because you get full headroom in the back. 3 openable windows with bug screens on the top, and that's where one of your beds will be. The other bed is at the bottom. You have a blocked off section here for the cabinetry. The window there, I mean. You have external power jack, so you can plug it in to your campsite if you want. Full curtains all the way around, that's handy. Okay, and let's take a look at details for the exterior before we go inside. We have aftermarket headlights there. They usually don't look like that on this model. And then aftermarket here and here, which is turned into yellow. It is the Coldplay of headlights. That was a lame joke. Never mind. Okay, we have side awning here. This is cool. It's like a tarp that comes out here and then attaches via pull to little plastic bits there. Sliding door to get in there. You can get in from the back too, but the back is kind of weird. You can get into the shower only from the back. So if you want a JDM lady on a bicycle, you can get into the shower in the back, and so it's a good way to sneak in. You wouldn't do that. Sneak in on fully dressed people in the shower. You might want to be in there fully dressed. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to the front area here. The engine is underneath the seat section here. This is 3 of your seats. You get 1, 2, 3. Seats are in extraordinary condition. Very good. And then, because this is the van chassis and not the wagon chassis, this is the industrial version of the van, and so you get a more industrial style seat. You can see the harder wearing. Both of these are the same material, they're just different patterns on it. No fabric, it's vinyl. Steering wheel, same thing. And you get power windows, which I mentioned in the other one, in the other video, that it is weird for the van chassis to have the power windows. Usually you get crank style windows, but this one gets the cool power windows. You get sans tachometer. Instead, you get Toyota logo. AC works, has been checked. Power steering is good. Brakes feel good. Throttle response feels good. Tape deck feels good when you listen to it. Sort of. I don't know, I didn't actually check to see how it sounds, but tape decks are a little bit weird for today's day and age. Manual tilt. Ooh, Navi. Okay, cool. Close. Rear heater, but then there's also a rear heater. So this is weird. There's heater and vent for the front, or you can do heater or AC for the back there when the vehicle's running. But then you have your own heater in the back. You might have your own AC, but I'm not sure. Industrial looking roof there. Okay, so let's go into the back now. So video is at 8:20 for the back, and so somebody please write that into the comments. Someone usually does, and they are super nice. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about here, so let's get into it. First off, we have the opposing seats here. Now, there is a tiny little table in the center here. This kind of table is a little bit popular, not as small as this one is though, and it doesn't have any cup holders in it. Now this table comes out completely, but it hangs on a railing that goes across there. And so you would be able to get different size tables or even modify this one. The seats slide. Both of these slide back and forth to give you more or less legroom. Right now this seat is a little bit away from the wall just because I was playing with the seats and I left it that way. So these seats all have a double function. Right now we have the headrests up like that and they're pointing this way. This cushion here can go up here, and then this one can go down there, and inside there has more headrest holes. And so you can put this seat facing forward or facing back, and you can put this seat facing forward. You can't make this one facing back because there's just no room behind it. But you can, and this is really weird, slide this one this way, and that's how you make the bed. And so what you do is you slide this seat this way. This one here folds down to here to become your bottom in the center. This one here folds down to where this one used to be, and then this table goes halfway. You see that? At the hinge it folds halfway, and then it fits against the wall there, And the cushion that's up there fits on top of this. Really weird. But then it makes a full-size bed, almost full width of the van, up until here. So, and then from these seats all the way to the back of there. So I'd say that's a pretty big size bed there. Okay, so let's go up and in and show you the second bed. So this is on air struts here, and here is Mr. Stick helping us. Thank you very much. It's nature. This one here, air struts down. Look at that. We got another bed that goes all the way up there. And what's this? Some sort of pad thing. Bipad. And JDM sheets. JDM windows. And this is in good condition. It doesn't look like it's leaking. There is a little bit of a musky smell in here, which you'll get out of some campers, but it's not that bad. Clean everything and it'll go away. So that goes up and it holds itself. This one is dead, and that one is okay, but could probably be a little bit stronger. I'm going to throw this cushion down. I didn't know where else to put it, so I just put it on top of here. And this is probably the weirdest thing I have ever seen in a camping car. Ooh, place to put newspapers. But that's not the weird thing. So, this box here, and I wish I could zoom out more, but I can't. This box here is the shower, but like this is my head level, and so how does that work? Well, this one here attaches to this, and this whole section lifts up to here. Well, up to there. And inside is a shower, but I can't really show you exactly how it works. But look. Like that. You get your own little circular window there, and then inside here, a sink, a shower head, and it goes right in there with a curtain for the back if you want. Now that's quite heavy, so I'm going to leave it down. I couldn't find out how you're supposed to lock it in place, and I highly doubt you're supposed to tether it to the roof, because I don't think these air struts would be strong enough to keep the weight of that dangling off of something that's not locked into place. Now I could be wrong about this. There could be a way to lock this roof into place without the air struts, but I'm not sure. Maybe you do that over there with those hinges. If you were the owner of this vehicle, I highly recommend you try to do that. Okay, so we have a lamp up there, AC controls there. And let's look at the kitchen. So, sink, burner, and fridge. Did I leave the door open? No, I didn't. I sometimes do that and then people can't drive by. Okay, the sink is way bigger than most camping car sinks. That's cool. We also got a paper cup. So you'll have a water pump for that and water canisters underneath there. The burner is only a single burner, which is a little bit weird because usually you get a dual burner in the camping cars. And then you get a pretty good fridge here. It locks here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Open that up and it's clean inside. Nice. There are drawers here. Drawer. Cupboard. Cupboard. Water tanks underneath there too, and more drawers and cupboards down there as well. A nice big shelf section here for preparing your food. That's good. Camping cars usually don't have that much. And then you probably could use this for storage in this area here. Window. And that is your interior. So pretty weird, pretty crazy, but cool. Now let's go to the back and I'll open up the trunk and then you can see how that kind of works. So open up here and you can get in. This is what I was talking about. You can get into the shower this way. You can also close this, act as a curtain. You have your own little outlet here. And on the inside you have outlets too. I didn't point them out. This comes out a little bit more. There we go. And this is a little bit interesting. There's a table here that will lock into place. I just didn't do it there. But I guess you could use that as an outside table. You could kind of do cooking here from the outside and use the sink from the outside if you had a little bit of a stepping stool that you were to use there. Okay, so pretty unique little camper here. Now, for anyone who's made it this far into the video, I always have to have a little bit of a warning about camping cars bought from auction. You don't get much information about the interior amenities of a camping car, and the interior amenities aren't checked by the auctions for failure. So if anything doesn't work, you wouldn't be able to make a claim on them. So you have to be the type of person who loves risk and will eat it up, and then you can get really good prices on the camping cars. Part of the reason why there's so much markup on camping cars, like thousands of dollars compared to auction prices, is precisely because of that. And so, if you don't mind having a possibly bad camper, you can buy them from auction. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. It really depends on the age of them. But I think that this one's pretty good, especially for the amount that was paid. So if you have any questions, please let us know. You can send us an email. You can check us out on the internet. And our website is in the link to the link in the description. And we'll end this video here with some cherry blossoms, because it's cherry blossom season here. Ooh, look at that. Okay, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.